What's going on, Movementers? Welcome
How
to...
are you gonna start? You don't even know the episode number.
What's going on, Movementers? Welcome to episode 39 of Movement Storytime. I'm Christal Clear, and let's go ahead and start off with a prayer. My dearly Father, I thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for once again having everybody come to see another episode of Movement Storytime. Lord, I thank you for all the things that you have done for us this year. Lord, thank you for the album that you helped us to complete on time on October 20th, which was my birthday. Lord, I ask that you would just continue to help save souls everywhere. Help use us as instruments to get people right and get people to realize that they can't live without you, Lord. And we thank you for everything that you gave us. Save souls everywhere. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
So, Jenny, we did it! The album came out!
Yep. Yay!
Wow. That
Yay!
was
You guys don't know the struggle we were under.
I was like, yay!
It has been 13 days and this album has been out.
Yes, I know, but it's been doing really well. For a small label like us, it's actually been doing really well.
Very proud of it.
Thank
Very
you.
proud of it.
I'm proud of everybody that worked on it.
Same.
You know, I think everybody, you know, like I couldn't do it without y'all. Well, first of all, I'd like to personally thank you too. I said it before Movement Monday, but now y'all are here with me. I'd like to thank y'all too because that last week was kind of rough. You know what I mean?
Rough ain't the word.
Right. Rough was rough. Yeah, you're right. Rough ain't the word.
Rough ain't the word.
I think so. I think if more appropriately be some curse words to describe a kind of week was.
During, after.
Mm-hmm. It really was. But I love everything that we did this year as far as the album, which was Basic Instructions Before Leaping Earth, acronym for Bible. So so it was really good. It was cool. It was cool. So now I'm on my wind down time.
Lies.
I know. I always got something to do, so.
Please check out our social medias. We have lyrical videos coming out.
Yes.
So please watch.
Yes, you got lyrical videos right now. We're putting some up on Christal Clear Movement, Christal Clear, Muvmint. And then later on, we're going to have to do more nitpickings and, just chopping stuff apart. Then I will do it and put it up on Muvmint TV so everybody can see it on Muvmint TV as well. So just bear with us as we get those out there and stuff like that. My brother wanted me to talk about the album on this episode, and I thought it'd be a good idea to unwind and release and detox. Cause boy, we went through a lot of stuff. 18 songs, Jenny.
I know.
18. Yeah, 18 songs, Teresa. So how did y'all feel about it?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
What was the one thing you learned from the whole process of doing this whole album?
You don't need hearing to make music.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You said I was gonna say something. No, but yeah, I don't need hearing to do music, because like two of the songs I couldn't even hear it, and my brother had to tell me when the beat was on, and because I wrote it, I kind of went to my own rhythm of of how the beat should sound and how the flow should sound, and so I was able to push the last two songs out, and it was awesome. It was like an awesome experience, but a lot of things going on with that. So yeah, I want to talk about a couple of songs that we did. I'm going to present a couple of lyric videos on this episode of Storytime. I'm going to do some background behind the scenes talk about it, where my head was, when I was writing the lyrics to it, and how, just the direction the Lord wanted me to go with it. So we have two on this episode. So which one would you like me to start first?
Why not start with the first?
Okay. So the first one was Zero, But Here I Am. So that was the intro to my album Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. And my brother, the way behind the scenes about that, my brother wanted me to do an intro. So I knew, like, from my experience with him doing intros to album, I knew it couldn't be, like a 3-verse kind of thing. It needed to be something to draw the audience to the album. So I needed to really, get into the nitty gritty of my writing style, and as people say, go in your bag and do something that say something that would capture the audience to make people want to listen to more songs of the album.
Pretty much.
So, but pretty much my thought process was basic instructions before leaving Earth. How can I lead this to people that wanted to listen to this album? So I decided to talk about kind of like an overall general overview about my life. As people already know who watch my episodes of Storytime, I became a born-again Christian in the early 2000s, but I really got serious with it in like the late 2010s. And, it's been a trial of going through depression, trial going through all kinds of things that were holding me back from becoming who I am today. And even though I'm a lot better today, I still feel like I can be better in the future. Just who knows where the Lord's going to take me. Yeah. But I just wanted to give God credit to where I was today. So that's why what Zero was about. Because I always thought myself as a zero, like, a nobody. Nobody who wanted to be somebody, but it just, life didn't seem that it was going to be genuine, that he's going to find that, that I was going to be somebody in life, to the point that I was like really depressed about it, to the point that I didn't feel like I couldn't make it. So it got to the point that I had to literally tell God, either you're going to save me or kill me, because I'm tired of feeling this way. And I said that many times in my youth, and it just got to a breaking point where, look, Lord, you're going to either have to save me now, or you're going to have to just let me go, because I'm tired of it all. And the Lord answered my prayer, because when I said that, I was like around my early 20s. I was thinking about, leaving this earth, to lightly put it, and, put matters into my own hands. And that last prayer, God answered, and now I'm 42 years old by the, blessings by the grace of God, and I'm still here, So when I thought I was going to be dead at 24, I'm 42. So it's like, I'm still here. And it's a miracle, and I wanted to dedicate the song, I wanted to dedicate that song about, my trial period of how I was feeling and how the Lord interacted and got me out of that breaking point to make it today. So that's what Zero was about, and I hope I'm going to go ahead and put up the video right now. I'm going to have the lyric video up for you so you can understand what I said, just in case people who can't hear, like I did, people who can't hear, at least they can see the lyrical content of the video. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead, sound off, and go ahead and play that song, Zero, But Here I Am, by yours truly.
Salvation Records, 2023. Bible, been a long journey. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Yeah, Lord. It's been a wonderful journey. It has. Didn't even know I was even going to make it this far. It was dire sometimes, but I did. Yes, I did. And it was all because of God. My God. More specifically, my Savior Jesus Christ. You know it. And this is how it happened. From the ground up, the enemy was always on me. In my 20s, his wickedness was trying to spawn me, to conform me, meant to harm me, make me hate life. Anger thick and be, you could cut with the knife. The body thoughts ran rage, believe me, I had the gaze to execute my thoughts and led the others to the grave. To change some society, I must have missed a link to connect to this world that was drained like a sink. Thoughts of me being happy became sporadic, believing I'm a zero into things I was an addict. Things I confess is still the dirty habit. falling for the tricks, I became a silly rabbit. No peace inside, so at times I had got ghosts. Isolated myself just like John was at Patmos. Mind slipping sometimes, I made a holy bind. Death was looking for me, so the death I had to find. Crossed the bridge to find, path behind me was burned in. Calling for God, but ultimatum I was yearning. Telling God that either you save me or just kill me. I play that same tune every night up in Philly. Xbox at the crib, but I'm not playing no games. You answer me down, Robert Pulse is my name. Gotta need you with disguise like a hero. Flatline in 3, 2, 1, 0. And he answered, here I am. Still here, still here. New year, no fear. New hope, new life. Got right, still here. Got Christ, I changed. Relief, no pain, no grief, no rain. I'm sane. Still here, still here. New year, no fear. New hope, new life. Got right, still here. Got Christ, I changed. Relief, no pain, no grief, no rain. I'm sane. This is another year for me. Relied on God to become something greater than I thought I ever was. Welcome to the basic instructions before leaving Earth. This is God's message for you. Enjoy this album. I know you're gonna enjoy this album. I really enjoyed making it for you. And God bless me for giving it to you as well. I love y'all. And I hope at the end of this album, you come out on top. Let's go.
So that was Zero, but Here I Am by yours truly. That was the very first song of the album. As my wife said before, you know, some music I didn't even have to hear the beat, because at the time when I recorded that song, I was deaf in my left ear. I had a very bad ear infection after I lost my job temporarily for a month, and I wouldn't allow, you know, the enemy to stop me from getting out the works of the Lord. So, you know, I had to actually record that song not being able to hear, which is kind of amazing, because that's one of my brother's, I think that's my brother's favorite song on the whole album too.
Oh, really?
Because every time he plays it, he gets like yeah, like, you know, this joint is like, this is nice. He even shook my hand on it. Shout out to Azrael. So he definitely played a major part on getting this album done. So he was enjoying a lot of the stuff that we produced for this album this year. So blessings to that. But yeah, I just wanted to give thanks to the Lord for just saving me. You know, I'm still a work in progress. I'm not holier than anybody. But, you know, it just shows you how far I came from being a zero, being somebody who thinks that he's nothing in life, to becoming something so prominent, and to the point that now I believe in myself that I could be something greater than I can ever see with my own two eyes, you know, and this is awesome. So that was Zero. So the next song I wanted to talk about is a song that I wrote a few years ago. I believe it was back in 2021. It's called Proud World. This song is about the current, you know, like pretty much the current events of the gun violence that's going on with our youth. As people know, originally from the Philadelphia area, right now there's a lot of shootings and killings going on between African Americans and people of minorities in the inner cities, and not just in Philadelphia, also in areas like Chicago, LA, big metropolitan cities, and then the things that's just going on around the world, even in our small towns and stuff. So the concept of Proud World it hit me. The concept of Proud World was that I was wondering why people are so inclined to ending people's lives with gun violence. And one day I was just, at work, and I was hearing the news about, of course, every day, like in the news, especially in the Philadelphia area, people are kids getting killed, And it's crazy too, because back in my day, you wouldn't hear stuff like kids getting killed. Like I was like on the news when I was a kid out here, 37-year-old or 40-year-old. Now, like as I got older, it seemed like over time that it seemed like the age bracket, especially around young African American males in the inner cities, the current lifespan seems like it went from being 50 to 60 years from back in the day to being like 17, 18 years. And I had a very big problem with that, And the Lord came to me one day, and I was at work, and he hit me with a song called Proud World. And I was even humming the hook, while I was at work. And he wanted me to address about the violence that was going on in our streets. And he wanted me to send a warning out to anybody who's escalating the issues with gun violence and people taking lives. So God had a warning that he wanted me to give to people. And I'm not God, you know what I mean? You know me, Jenny, Teresa, I'm not God. I'm not, holier than thou, as I said earlier. So it was kind of hard to present myself as an authority figure, telling people that you need to stop this gun violence, And then the message that the Lord was sending to me, it hit me, it cut me so deep inside, to the point that I think out of all the songs that I did on this Bible album, this song made me the older. Like, it got to the point that even I started getting grayer hair just thinking about this song. So I think this song aged me a lot.
This is actually the only song I've ever seen you cry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like on this song too, you will hear me tear up and get choked up, because the Lord, I believe that the Lord was like the essence of the Lord was upon me to say this message to the world, that you need to stop this gun violence. Because in the end, if you think about it, it's not just a carnal thing that's going on. It's a spiritual battle that's going on. And the Lord wanted me to reveal to the world that it's not just people trying to kill you. It's the enemy, which is Satan, trying to take your lives and take you to hell. So, like I said, this is that song. I wrote it a couple years ago. I did the recordings of it. My brother told me to hold off on it. Which, at the time I didn't want to, but he told me to hold off on it. So he wanted me to reveal that the enemy was trying to take people down take their souls down to hell with them through the course of gun violence. So like I said, that song made me very old inside. But I believe it was the most mature thing to do. My brother, when I recorded it in 2021, he told me to hold off on it till 2023. Which is something that at first I didn't want to do, but I learned through life that sometimes when people suggest something, it might not be from that person. That might be God's advice to give through that person to me. So I stayed humbled, and I held that song for 2 years. So I wrote this song about 2 years ago. And now it's out there now. And I'm going to go ahead and put up the lyrical video for Proud World. I hope you guys enjoy it. Listen to the message that the Lord was saying through me to you. Believe it or not, it made me really sad when I recorded this song. But at the same time, I could say that out of all the songs on this album, this one really was probably one of my favorite songs of the album. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there. I hope you enjoy it. Here's Proud World by yours truly.
This is making me old. Yeah. I don't even like doing this. Yeah. But God is calling me to do this. This is a message for all the people out there murdering kids and everybody in the streets. Message for you. And this is a shout out to all the mothers in charge that lost their children. I love y'all. Off of senseless violence. Yeah. Here's God's warning. Yeah. As I sit in my chair, watching the news, report the gun violence that is slaying the youth. Seeing the powers that be ain't telling the truth, while mothers crying helpless, don't know what to do. And Congress speak about it sounded like a bunch of static, while others sitting lavishly and laugh back at it. I sit feeling hopeless with anger inside, because another black child on the streets have died, with a hole in his chest and one on his side. All the years that were invested, distinguished his soul. A child that was warm, alive, now dead and cold. And endless possibilities that never unfold, because someone had to enter with a shell from his gun. Now screaming, Lord have mercy, what have we done? Questioning our society, what would become by making life be valueless, equal to none? What would be the cause for man to pull the trigger, to be the god of someone's life? I couldn't figure what's going on inside the dungeons of his mind. Did it hit me that anger is the product of his pride? Something in his pride just wouldn't let it go, raising Cain in his mind and causing blood flow. On the streets we called it murder, but God cries above. Nothing is stronger than the man's pride, than the mother's love. Don't you know that pride comes before the fall? But it seems like you just don't care at all. Don't let your pride become an excuse, 'cause in the end you're gonna lose. If a distant tree falls, doesn't make it sound, 'cause when Cain spilled Abel's blood, it cried to God from the ground. Now imagine that cry screaming a million times over through the years by the fallen. The world's getting colder when you see kids half my age taking lives of other kids. It's like an inner city genocide. See, black lives don't matter when we slay our own, and nobody is here to help. They're scared to leave their home, and preachers can't even call to maintain the peace, because the man has his pride to be hard on the streets. And God doesn't interrupt the man's free will, so he watches us with anger as we go in for the kill. We pride in our lives, money, respect, and the power, being blinded in ourselves. Not seeing the 12th hour has struck a chord loud by a casing of a round, crying mercy in our death, watching hell be abound. You have a slim chance in this life to escape the wrath of God, only if you choose to awake from your wicked way of living. You better clean your slate, 'cause I seen the place you're going. You won't like your fate. I hope I spoke clear to the ones that's hard-headed, but I know that there are ones that seem to not get it. And if I can't get it through to you, your mama will try to make sure that you look good for your funeral. It's a proud world. Don't you know that pride comes before the fall? But it seems like you just don't care at all. Become an excuse, 'cause in the end you're gonna lose.
Okay, so that was Proud World by yours truly. So Jenny, how you like that song?
I think it was pretty powerful. I actually really like it. Like I said, it's one of the few songs I've ever seen you like get really choked up about, and I see your passion through it. And the lyrics are really like, I guess intense would probably be the best way of putting it. Yeah. And I think it definitely does get your point across about like the gun violence and things like that. So hope everybody else likes it.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did it strike you most about it?
I saw the bad scenes of it, and it's just, yeah, you always got like choked up when you were.
Yeah. Even when I was mixing it, like it was choked up. And anybody that doesn't know, the person who sung on that song was me. Because at first I was trying to look for a singer when I was doing the song, but I couldn't find the right singer that matched the kind of
The
the vibe that I wanted for that song. So people don't know, I used to sing in the choir. So
I know, that's why every time you say I really can't sing, I'm like, well, you lying.
I can't sing like Prince though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So I'm.
But it's not meant for you to sing like Prince though.
No, I got it, but like I have.
You sing like choir boy.
Right, like I have a little bit of talent, but like as far as like busting out the notes and really going off like that, like I can I can't do that, but I can just sing a general note. But it's funny too because I was crying. Like if you really hear when I started talking about God's warning, you could hear some parts when I really started choking up. Yeah. And sometimes like I pushed through it. I was pushing through me choking up with the message that I wanted to say to the people. And it actually built a beautiful ambiance with it. Because you could tell I was fighting every grind of me, like tearing up. It came out really beautiful, you know what I mean? And it's funny too, because when I mixed it and I had my brother play it, we was like listening to it. He said that probably was one of the best mixes I ever did on the whole thing.
Yeah, very passionate.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely very passionate about it. So like, so that was Proud World. And like I said, please stop the violence. Because if you think about it, it's not just people killing people on a car. No, you got to realize that the enemy, Satan, is trying to take us and try to take us down to very bad places that is not of God. You know what I mean? And he's just killing our kids. He's trying to cut people short before they even get to that point in life where they understand that they can't live life without God. I told my son earlier, like back in my day, yeah, I could get myself right. I got time to get myself right. But it just seems like the enemy's working faster to take people down to hell with them. And you don't got that time to be acting the fool out there. Because now you're hearing on the news, kids 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids out there getting murdered, losing their lives. We had one last year in Philadelphia. The kid was walking home from school and he wasn't even part of it. He got hit with a stray. And it's very sad. It's very sad that mothers have to lose their children at such a young age. And I said it before, like, all the years that you invest in a child, all of a sudden it's gone. Yeah. And that's a terrible feeling. So like I was blessed when the Lord gave me that song. It made me very, very old inside. And I think it was one of my most mature stuff that I wrote for that song. So like I hope you guys enjoyed that and be blessed by it. And don't be afraid to spread that word around. I'm not necessarily caring about streaming numbers and making money from it. Like I do make some money from it, don't get me wrong, and I do, uphold my craft as a business. But at the same time, I'm here to help people out. And I want people to use my music if they have to save their kids from doing something crazy. Or save them from doing something that sent them souls to hell in that young early age. So like if anybody want to use any of my music, go ahead and use it. Because obedience is better than sacrifice. And so I'm not worried about, you took my stuff. Use it if that's going to save somebody's life. you know. And that's all I got to say on that. So those were 2 songs that I have on this album, which is Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. You can see more songs. If you'd like to buy the whole album, you can buy it on salvwreck.com, salvwreck.com. And, you know, if you want like I said, we got a YouTube channel. You can catch it on Muvmint TV. We're putting up lyric videos on the Christal Clear movement as of right now, which we will later on put it on Muvmint TV. And then we also got other places like Christal Clear Topic. You could catch that up on YouTube. It's out. The album's out on all streaming platforms. Bandcamp, SoundCloud, and everywhere. Anywhere you can probably get it, you can find it, you know. So just look out for it. And like I said, I hope this music blesses you. It's been a blessing since I had it. Like I said, it was a long process, but it was definitely a blessing doing this music for the world. You know what I mean? To the point that I want to do more. I actually want to do more. So, but right now I got to rest a little bit. You know, it's been a tough year. So, been a tough year for all of us. So that's it for this episode. You know, nothing like, you know, really hardcore and crazy like some of my other episodes. But I just hope you guys be blessed by it. Stay tuned, stay alert, and always remember you are the movement. And just go ahead and out there, spread love everywhere. You know, use your craft to spread love to save people, so before they could make that wrong step and ended up in the dungeons of hell. Okay? Don't want you to go there. So be out there, be safe, and just stay tuned, alright? I'll catch you next week on Next Story Time. Peace.